What's going on, you guys? Your boy Ben Mahari here, represent Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the entire basketball community. Um, Basketball Conversations, my show will return this Friday at 9 p.m. Central Time. The good news is I am officially going to be out of quarantine this upcoming Thursday, and I will make a full recovery out of this COVID-19 illness, and I will make my show return this upcoming Friday, guys. Don't forget, 9 p.m. Central Time. So have your notifications up and running to go because we're going to go in on a lot of basketball stuff, you guys. So, with that being said, let's get down to business, shall we? So, the big news also coming out of the NBA today, and I also did a video about the Chris Paul trade, so go check it out. Um, I got word that Anthony Davis basically turned down his player option and now has basically decided to become a free agent. So, what does it mean about it, you guys? So, according to sources that told Yahoo Sports, um, Anthony Davis is declining the final year of his deal, which would give him $28.7 million. All right, which is basically the final year of his previous deal that he signed with the New Orleans Pelicans before he got traded to Los Angeles. So he so to rewind this back. Anthony Davis signed a 5-year, $127 million deal back in 2016 with New Orleans. Then he basically in the contract he had a player option deal to become a free agent and forego that final season. As of this moment, he decided to activate the player option deal, decline the final year of his contract, and now is going to become a free agent. So, what does it mean in total, you guys? Well, this means that at this point right now, the Lakers, the Anthony Davis and his organization, Clutch Sports, represented by Rich Paul, that they're looking for more lucrative long term deal, either with the Lakers or with somebody else. All right, so that that now puts it into the fact that now you got John Rondo, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who also waived a no trade clause on his deal. He's becoming a free agent, and Avery Bradley. And considering the fact that they traded traded for Dennis Schroeder, which means that Danny Green is going to possibly become a free agent. This is going to be a very interesting detail here, guys. Also, JaVale McGee, also according to ESPN, JaVale McGee has a player option deal worth at $4.2 million he can basically pick up, considering the market value for traditional big men and the style that he fits with the team. So, with that being said, you guys, what do you think? What do I think about this whole situation? Well, the one thing I knew from this was is that the Lakers wanted Chris they wanted Anthony Davis to sign a huge deal from this. Okay, so here's what happened here, guys. Anthony Davis could have signed a 4-year, $146 million deal back in January. This is way before the pandemic. Okay, but Anthony Davis declined that previous deal because he wanted more of a secure long term deal. This is way before the season was shut down due to the pandemic, before the bubble period began. Okay, now because of that, he couldn't get the lucrative deal that he was seeking. Now that the off season is now kicking in a high gear, now Rich Paul and Clutch Sports are looking at this whole situation like now we can possibly go for the long term lucrative deal that we were seeking for. Now, do I think that Anthony Davis could possibly sign somewhere else? It's very possible. He could sign anywhere else. I've heard that he could probably sign with the Knicks. He could probably sign with the with his future team, the Chicago Bulls, which I would love the most. But I don't see that to be the case. I think that, in my opinion, I think that Anthony Davis is going to possibly stay with the Lakers as long as LeBron James stays there. Okay, and that's very important because the big factor is this. The fact that the Anthony Davis is going to measure up when it's considering options is going to determine the status of LeBron James, who's basically under contract for 2021, and he has the same player option deal the next year. So if Anthony Davis, let's say, goes to, let's say, for example, to New York, you better believe that LeBron James will travel to New York with him if that is to be the case. Okay. I think that Anthony Davis is going to possibly maybe stay with the Lakers, not for a long term deal, but maybe more of a lucrative deal with another player option deal that he can get out of if he decides to become a free agent once again. Now, he had a really sensational year. He basically averaged basically 27 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 1.4 blocks during the postseason. Okay, up until the Lakers title run. Okay, now I think that right now, I think that the Lakers are looking at this whole situation that the season is going to be starting, very very quickly. Not a lot of these guys are still not into shape. They're still on the emotional high of winning that championship, and so now that you have to rewind all of that back and return back to the basketball court is going to be a very tough thing, and I expect a lot of those guys to probably just try to play into shape during the first few months of the season. So don't be surprised if the Lakers start struggling, and don't get discouraged if the Lakers start losing some games here, guys. Okay, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I do think that Anthony Davis will resign with the Lakers because he just won an NBA championship, and it would not make sense to resign somewhere else unless if another team gives him a bigger deal with more dollars on the table that Anthony Davis can't seem to decline that, then I would see that to be the case. But I think that in my view, I think that Anthony Davis will return to the Lakers for this upcoming season and defend their championship. And that's particularly what I believe at this point. And more importantly, if Anthony Davis goes, you best believe LeBron James will lead the Lakers in a thief of the night next season if that's would be the case. If they don't win a championship once again. But that's just what I think about this whole situation. I think that Anthony Davis will stay in Los Angeles and will probably sign a 3-year, 4-year deal worth a lot of money. How much money he'll get, I don't know. But I think that he'll stay in Los Angeles. That's just my personal opinion about it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments section. And with that, all that being said, I'll continue to make more videos throughout the day today and throughout all the rest of this week, you guys. All right, y'all. Have a great night, you guys. Peace.